Okay. Good afternoon. I don't know if I can speak in English or Spanish first. I can do both, but I need to start with something. Spanish and then English, okay. Bien. Muchas gracias por atender la invitación de nuestra misión a los medios en este punto de contacto con la prensa en el Consejo de Seguridad de las Naciones Unidas. Tenemos importantes noticias que compartir con ustedes y la primera es que debo informar que entregamos al secretario general y al presidente del Consejo de Seguridad una carta relativa a los hechos más recientes ocurridos. Incluso en esta semana nosotros estuvimos en el Consejo de Seguridad el viernes pasado y en estas últimas semanas ha habido nuevos y peligrosos desarrollos y mandamos una carta sobre eso. Voy a leer extractos de la carta, por supuesto, no toda la carta, sino extractos de la carta, sus partes más relevantes, y luego también lo haré quizás en inglés para la gente que necesite inglés, luego contestaré preguntas en inglés y en español. Las partes más relevantes de la carta. El día de ayer, 14 de octubre de 2025, el gobierno de los Estados Unidos de América cometió una nueva serie de ejecuciones extrajudiciales contra civiles que se encontraban a bordo de una pequeña embarcación en situación estacionaria en el Mar Caribe, a escasas millas de las costas venezolanas. Informaciones recientes que son de dominio público y comunicacional identificaron a dos humildes pescadores de nacionalidad trinitaria de la República de Trinidad y Tobago entre las víctimas. Sus familiares afirman que los asesinados estaban ejerciendo labores de pesca. Este acto es un capítulo más en la escalada de bombardeos estadounidenses ejecutados desde el mes de septiembre hasta la fecha contra embarcaciones civiles que transitan en aguas internacionales del Mar Caribe y hasta ahora ha arrojado un saldo de 5 ataques legales y 27 personas fallecidas. Debemos enfatizar a este respecto que algunas de las víctimas han sido reconocidas por sus familiares y sus gobiernos como nacionales de Colombia y de Trinidad. Y este hecho lo enfatizamos, que sean de Colombia y de Trinidad, porque indica que afecta a toda la región. No es un tema nada más venezolano. Lo hacemos nosotros porque las amenazas vienen contra nosotros, pero las víctimas vienen de otros países también. Los recientes ataques en el Mar Caribe encuentran un punto de máxima tensión para la paz y la estabilidad de Venezuela. Al observar en las recientes declaraciones del presidente Trump, que revela que el gobierno de los Estados Unidos de América está considerando lanzar ataques en tierra, lo cual sería claramente contrario a las disposiciones del artículo 2.4 de la Carta de las Naciones Unidas relativo a la abstención del uso de la fuerza. A esta alarmante decisión debe sumársele la reciente de la Casa Blanca, según la cual el gobierno de Estados Unidos autorizó en secreto a la CIA a llevar acciones encubiertas en Venezuela. La nueva autorización permitiría a la CIA llevar a cabo operaciones letales en Venezuela y realizar operaciones en el Caribe. En América Latina y el Caribe, así como en otras regiones del mundo, es ampliamente conocido el expediente tenebroso de la Agencia Central de Inteligencia de los Estados Unidos de América, en operaciones encubiertas destinadas a impulsar procesos de desestabilización, sabotaje, contrainsurgencia, planificación de golpes de Estado y magnicidios contra jefes de Estado y de gobierno, con la finalidad de instalar sistemas políticos serviles a los intereses estadounidenses. Ahora bien, se trata de una gran operación de propaganda belicista que está en camino. Tenemos 3 ataques, una operación de propaganda belicista, una escalada militar con grandes equipos militares acercándose a Venezuela y una avanzada clandestina de inteligencia con licencia para matar, con el propósito de imponer un golpe de Estado en la República Bolivariana de Venezuela. A la luz de todo lo anterior, ¿qué le solicitamos al Consejo de Seguridad? Primero, que investigue el conjunto de asesinatos que el gobierno de los Estados Unidos de América viene perpetrando en nuestra región y determinen su carácter ilegal. Segundo, confirmar la amenaza que representan estas acciones ilícitas para la preservación de la paz en la región de América Latina y el Caribe, entre ellas las ejecuciones extrajudiciales, la concentración de fuerzas militares, la retórica belicista contra Venezuela y las operaciones clandestinas de la CIA para cometer asesinatos políticos. Y luego, al final, tercero, emitir un pronunciamiento en el que reafirme el principio del respeto irrestricto a la soberanía, la independencia y la integridad territorial de Venezuela como base indispensable para preservar la paz. Eso es en español. Voy a leerlo en inglés porque sé que hay periodistas importantes acá que necesitan comunicar esto en inglés. Yesterday, on October 14th, 2025, the government of the United States of America carried out a new set of extrajudicial executions against civilians who were aboard a small stationary boat in the Caribbean Sea, just a few miles off the coast of Venezuela. Recent reports of public domain have identified two humble fishermen from the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago among the victims. Their relatives indicate that those who were assassinated were engaged in fishing activities at the time. This act is yet another chapter in the escalation of the U.S. strikes carried out since September to date against civilian vessels transiting international waters in the Caribbean Sea, which have so far resulted in 5 lethal attacks and 27 deaths. Everything indicates, therefore, that there is an international crime going on affecting the entire Latin American and Caribbean region. There are victims from Colombia and from Trinidad already recognized. It's not just Venezuela. The recent attacks in the Caribbean Sea represent a point of maximum tension for peace and stability in Venezuela. The U.S. government is has made and revealed that considering launching armed attacks on land, which would be contrary to the provisions of Article 2.4 of the Charter of the United Nations. Adding to this alarming situation is a recent decision by the White House, according to which the Trump administration has, quotations, open quotations, the Trump administration has secretly authorized the CIA to conduct covert actions in Venezuela. The new authorization would allow the CIA to carry out lethal operations in Venezuela and conduct a series of operations in the Caribbean. In Latin America and the Caribbean, as in other regions of the world, the CIA is well known for its covert operations aimed at pushing processes of destabilization, sabotage, counterinsurgency, plannings of coup d'etat, and assassinations of heads of state and government, with the purpose of installing political systems subservient to the interests of the U.S. government, puppet governments. All these actions previously described constitute an escalation in at least 3 directions: a major warmongering propaganda operation, a military escalation, and a clandestine intelligence plot with a license to kill in order to impose a coup d'etat in the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. That's why we respectfully ask the Council to, first, investigate the series of assassinations that the government of the United States of America has been perpetrating in our region and determine their illegal nature. Second, confirm the threat that these illegal actions pose to the preservation of the zone of peace character of the Latin American and Caribbean region, including as a result of the extrajudicial executions, the concentrations of the U.S. military forces near the Venezuelan coasts, the bellicose rhetoric of the government of the United States against Venezuela, and the clandestine operations of the CIA with a license to commit political assassinations in Venezuela and the region as a whole. And third, and lastly, issue a statement reaffirming the principle of unrestricted respect for the sovereignty, political independence, and territorial integrity of states, including Venezuela, as an indispensable basis for maintaining international peace and security. This is, in a nutshell, the core of the letter, and we think that we are in an escalating process, and things are ominous and predicting worse developments. I am here precisely to answer your questions. by the way, this is important for you to see. This is the Guardian, the Guardian newspaper in Trinidad and Tobago denouncing the killings of 2 humble fishermen yesterday or the day before in Trinidad. I mean, there is a killer roaming around the Caribbean, is bloodthirsty, is killing everyone which is on the sea working, and people from different countries, Colombia, Trinidad, etc., are suffering the effects of these massacres. This is important for you. Yes, I'm answering your question. I am absolutely aware of that report, and it's ridiculous. If you see who wrote it, where it comes from, I mean, the sources is absolutely disreputable. There is nothing of the sort. It's not serious. It doesn't even, I mean, we are wasting time thinking about that. There is nothing of the sort.
What kind of support are you getting, if any, from regional countries here at the UN? And I understand Venezuela is a member of the OAS, but it doesn't have an ambassador there. So are you going to correct that situation so you have some support from the OAS?
Yeah, the first correction is that we don't belong to the OAS. I was ambassador at the OAS when we left in 2017. So we don't belong to OAS. The OAS is the Minister of Colonies for the US. We don't have nothing to do with that. We don't want nothing to do with that. But we don't want the OAS here. No, we have formally withdrawn. We withdrew in 2017. The problem is that when we were leaving the OAS in 2019, the United States fabricated this device, which is something similar to what they are trying to do now. They created a new government presided by Juan Guaidó, and Juan Guaidó was the legitimate government for the OAS, and Juan Guaidó decided to remain in the OAS. So the OAS, the Venezuela in the OAS is Juan Guaidó. I mean, it's a fiction, it's a non-existent entity, it's ridiculous, we have nothing to do with that, we don't want the OAS immersed in this thing. So the first thing is the OAS. Most important than the OAS is the non-aligned movement. The non-aligned movement held a ministerial conference over the last 3 days in Kampala, Uganda, and the 124 countries of the non-aligned movement signed a special declaration on Venezuela supporting the Venezuelan claim that there is a threat against Venezuela by the United States and also to the whole region, and they are expressing their concern. They are calling to withdraw the forces, aggressive forces from the region, and they are supporting Venezuela's right to territorial integrity and sovereignty. I mean, we count with the support of 124 countries, which are 2/3 of the United Nations, and this declaration was approved yesterday in Kampala, Uganda. So we feel that we have a strong support within the UN and even in the region as well.
Do you have a message directly to Donald Trump?
No, I have no message to Donald Trump. I have a message to the American people and even the government included, but not special to him, directed to him. Endless wars are bad for everyone. Wars are bad for everyone. Only the industry of death, the machine, a death machine that feeds from blood from poor people in the US and in the whole world are the only ones who benefit from it. The American people, we know, we see the polls, we see that they don't want war. They are against endless war. Even the president won the elections with the promise of finishing or ending the endless war. We don't want war. This is a fabricated conflict. We are in no conflict. It's something important because they are escalating warring parties. There is no escalation on our part. We are living peacefully and in unity in our territory. We are not messing with anyone, but there are forces trying to attack, as they just announced, Venezuelan territory, not just the international waters, but also Venezuelan territory, which will be a new scale, totally different in gravity and in seriousness. Our message is there is time to stop this madness. We want to work with everyone. We don't want war, and we know that American people don't want war, even less against Venezuela, with all the history among our countries.
Ambassador, following up, which countries in South America and the Caribbean support?
Yeah. Well, all the ALBA countries, which are 9, Bolivia, Cuba, Nicaragua, the Caribbean countries, Eastern Caribbean countries, etc., but Honduras. But also, apart from ALBA, the President of Colombia has been absolutely clear, crystal clear in his rejection of this attack. And even the government of Brazil has also said that they are against any militarization of the region. It's a region of peace, but more than that, I haven't seen one single country in the region which support nuclear submarines in the region. We are a nuclear-free region, and there is no one supporting nuclear military assets in the region. And in that sense, I mean, they are supporting our cause. We are exactly against that. Now, we are not alone. That's something important. This pariah country which everybody hates, it's not like that. Perhaps Fox News, but as we all know, Fox News is not a news channel, it's an entertainment channel. That's why they say themselves that they are an entertainment channel. Every time they are challenged in court, they say, no, we are not news, we are entertainment. Well, that entertainment channel is one of those who repeat this kind of absurdities.
In your statement regarding the Security Council, I understand you are requesting a statement from the Council emphasizing your sovereignty, but obviously there's one country that will not go along with the statement, so what do you see coming out of this?
No, we are working at the Security Council, and we will remain working at the Security Council, because we want everyone to see through what's going on here. I mean, I respect the American people, I respect the American government, I respect the American diplomacy and diplomats. See, if there is anyone qualified, prepared to understand international law, are the American diplomats. The American diplomats know that this is not lawful at all. They are being forced by these decisions which are against international law. But everybody knows that killing civilians in international waters without any kind of evidence and argument, just because I say so, I declare civilian terrorists and I kill them, and I don't care because I don't care about the UN. That's the explanation of the Secretary of State and the Vice President of the United States. All American diplomats know that this is ridiculous. They would enjoy criticizing any other country who would say some madness like that. But precisely because everybody knows, everybody's pretending. It's a game of pretend. Everybody's pretending that they don't understand, that they need more investigation, we need to find out, we need to learn more, we call for peace. Everybody knows what's going on here. There is a killer prowling the Caribbean, bloodthirsty, looking for wars, and there is no justification at all. They are fabricating a war. And everybody should stop pretending that this is a complicated matter and face the truth. The emperor is naked. Nobody dares to say it, but the emperor is naked. They are going for war for no reason.
So yesterday, President Trump met with President Milei of Argentina. To your knowledge, did they talk about Venezuela?
As far as I heard, they mentioned Venezuela in the meeting. But I didn't hear any reaction from the Argentinian side on the Venezuelan issue, so I have nothing to comment on that.
They haven't said anything publicly.
Well, Argentina has its own position regarding the U.S., but on this particular issue, I haven't heard anything of Argentina supporting anything like that. No, that's why I'm telling you, in the region, there are few people supporting the build-up of military assets in the region. It's against the tradition. It's nothing to do with the last 120 years of Caribbean history. Okay? Thank you very much indeed.